I'm normally a vet for cats and dogs. There's nothing wrong with that. But occasionally, you have to mix it up a bit, don't you? And just how much I'm about to mix it up, well, that's what worries me.
Chris is answering a call from senior keeper Tim Faulkner at the Australian Reptile Park.
Well, we've got a snake and we've brought her out a winner and she's just off of food. She just hasn't pepped up.
Okay. What sort of snake?
One of the snakes has come out of its winter hibernation but is still not eating.
Her name is Atomic Betty.
What? Mate, that's not a snake, that's a monster.
Last time Chris confronted a snake at the reptile park, it was Queen Bee.
She's having you for lunch.
She weighs in at 35 kilograms. But Atomic Betty tips the scales at a massive 100 kilograms.
And she's been off of food?
For a period each year we cool her down and winterise her. Now we've brought her back out of that, bumped the temperatures up, and normally she'd be looking for food.
Whilst pythons don't eat every day, they do eat regularly, so the fact she hasn't eaten for 3 months, that's a long time, and she'd be starting to struggle because of that, so there must be something going on here.
A reticulated python can easily kill a human by constriction.
We're not too worried about the bite. It's bad, the teeth are like razors and lots of them, but it's the coil, and it's the second coil and the third coil we're worried about, and they can just crush.
Despite his reservations, Chris needs to get inside Atomic Betty's home for a closer examination.
It's not like we're dealing with a python that's got no previous convictions. Atomic Betty has struck before, and she's really called around someone, so if she does that again and does it properly, then someone could be in a lot of trouble here. Let's get some people together and let's do it.
Yep, I'll get the troops.
Okay. See you soon.
I put some local in, mate, I'm sorry.
Bruno, a 7-month-old Boston Terrier, has just arrived at Bondi's Referral Hospital Sash in a critical condition.
And he's actually been run over by his mother. The poor little guy's got a back leg which is snapped in half, and he's also got a tear in his lung which is leaking. So the back leg is the least of his worries. We really need to just get that air out of his chest because that's what's going to kill him.
Before a chest drain is inserted, Bruno's owner Jackie is allowed into the emergency room for a quick visit.
Hey, little man. Yes, your mum.
Yeah, it's all right, Mum. It's all right. I was driving up the driveway and when Bruno saw the car, he raced over and I didn't see him at all. Yeah. Well, I went into panic mode to start with because we didn't think he was going to make it and just broke down, basically. Yeah. He's a gorgeous dog. He's got a really sweet little nature.
You know, it happens a lot. It's awful because the owners feel so guilty and I really feel for them. It's terrible.
Andrew must now plunge a trocar into Bruno.
Have you?
The air that's trapped between Bruno's lung and chest wall has to be sucked out urgently before the puppy's system crashes.
Come on.
So plan is Opie's on head. We got myself second, Luke third, Mick and Chris at the door.
At the
Lizzie's
Australian
gonna
Reptile
coordinate
Park,
anything from the door.
Tim's organised a strike team of 6 keepers.
All good, let's do it.
Their dangerous mission is to pin down the lethal Atomic Betty so Chris can investigate why she's refusing to eat.
Go, bring back, coils off. That's it. Right, one more on. Opie, switch hands. Keep that off. Coil it. Come on, Mick, jump in. Chris, can you come in? Yep. Now, we've got a problem with that coil on top.
Coil on, Chris.
Someone on front. Right, let's settle, easy. Hang on.
You right?
Obi, I'm gonna get neck with Obi. Someone got back? Yep. Right, I'm gonna push back to you, Obi. Stop her like that.
Everyone.
Settle.
Stop for a sec.
Everyone good? Nice catch, mate.
So I need a heart. So a heart's going to be a third of the way between a head and a cloaca, which is what, about there? All right, so it's a third. It's about here. Beautiful.
Chris is checking out Atomic Betty, one of the most lethal snakes in the world.
Hold on for a sec. Here we go. Everyone on. You all right? Yeah, pass me that. That's it. Righto, she's good again. You can see her relaxed there.
The python is listless and hasn't eaten for more than 3 months.
You can just imagine, once she wraps around, there's that much muscle around you. that you just stand no chance. And no one can feel any bumps in the skin. There's no lesions or any sign of parasites there.
Oh, pretty good.
Importantly also, her hydration was normal, so she wasn't dehydrated at all. So my feeling is that she's come out of a hibernation a little bit slowly. What I might do is give her a vitamin B shot just to try and kickstart her whole system.
Yeah, good.
Good, there we go. By giving her a hit of B vitamins, she's going to be ready to take on the world. The keepers, vets.
Yeah, someone just stay on that midsection so she can't come round. And we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, hey, all out.
It became abundantly clear why she has that little name, Atomic Betty, because when she goes off.
I'm going to leave everyone out, back out. Go! Shield Oaks. Get out. Yeah, no worries. You go, stop Robes. Go, Chris.
Did you get anyone?
No. She was just scared,
She was saving that up, wasn't she?
Oh, she didn't try to bite. She was just scared and just tried to get away. I'm going to leave everyone out, back out. Go.
Fingers crossed after going through all of that, the vitamin injection does its job and Betty does get her appetite back. We'll know in a few days' time whether she's ready for dinner. Can't wait to see what's on the menu.
Marie? This isn't the normal Marie.
I know.
Come for it.
Chris's torrid day is not over yet. That evening, another call out.
She ate the entire bottom of it, which is about 1.5 meters long.
Okay.
Worried cousins Genevieve and Hilary are almost certain their Pomeranian Marie has swallowed some bikini string.
The fact she's got her back arched says that she's certainly sore there. Well, she's letting me feel all of it apart from one area. You hear that sound?
Oh.
The two 19-year-olds arrived home to find their 6-month-old puppy vomiting.
I didn't hear a peep out of it, and I actually thought someone took her because it was that quiet.
Hilary and Genevieve are two of our most colourful, interesting clients.
What's that?
It's just like, you know, when you're a baby and you have a blanket and you like grow up and you take it with you, that's what Marie does with her hat.
You have to understand they not only love this dog, they live their lives through Marie.
And I just said to her, Marie, I don't think you're old enough yet to handle a mobile phone, so Twitter's out of the question. She has her own sombrero, which can be seen on her Facebook page. She has 81 friends at the moment, including Chris.
It's just hard to actually keep it quite a serious mind. You do actually have to keep a focus and realise that you've got a sick dog here.
Chris is hoping X-rays will help him confirm if the swimwear string is causing a blockage.
It's like a drawstring. It pulls tight and actually locks that intestine up into a loop. And if that's the case, that intestine can actually die off, and that can be really serious really quickly.
Come on.
At Sash, Andrew's attempting to put a chest drain into car accident victim Bruno.
You've got to get it in the right place, because if you're wrong, you can hit the lung, you can hit the heart, and that would just be disastrous. You're actually making a hole in the chest wall.
Okay.
So it's a real race to seal that off and suck the air back out before the animal crashes.
Oh, it's dropping again.
Bruno's blood oxygen levels suddenly start dropping. If they plummet too far, the puppy could go into cardiac arrest.
Come on, buddy. Ideally, his blood oxygen level should be above 95%, and now it's dropping to below 85. We just need to stabilise him quickly.
How can you go from 96 to 85 in 2 seconds?
But only a few minutes later, the tension starts to ease as Bruno's blood oxygen levels begin to climb.
94.
That's a good number.
Bruno's now being hooked up to a pump that will keep sucking the air out of his chest overnight.
There you go, little man. Says, what's going on?
He's 8 kilograms. He's taken on a car that weighs practically a tonne. I mean, he's alive, but he's not out of the woods yet.
It's okay, lie down.
Okay, ready?
X-ray.
Chris is hoping X-rays will confirm whether or not 6-month-old Marie has swallowed a large section of bikini string.
The unfortunate thing about a swimming costume is that it doesn't show up in X-rays. It's not like bone, but the characteristic signs of blockage or an internal problem are a gas build-up and also an intestine that is all tightly coiled up. You know, it's basically uncomfortable and it's inflamed. Do you want to come through and have a look at Marie? I'll show the X-rays as well. The problem I face is that I know how much Marie means to them and they're going to be looking for an answer right now. The other problem I have is that I don't have one.
But what happens if you choose to operate and then it's not in there?
Exactly.
This dog's essentially my baby. Hillary bought her for me.
In all seriousness, Genevieve's brother died about 6 months ago. Obviously she was beside herself and we just moved out together.
I mean, we don't do anything without Marie. The other day we went and saw a psychic and Marie came with us. And
she's been to the museum, the art gallery.
She saw Spider-Man. She's pretty much one of us.
I have a laugh with the girls about the way they treat Marie, but when you know what they've been through, it makes you understand why that little dog is so important to them.
Oh.
Marie will have to stay in the clinic overnight, and the girls have decided she needs VIP treatment.
Are we able to bring stuff?
What do you mean by a few things?
Just got a shoe and just got a bed.
And her book, she might
like a picture of us.
Take-home message here is a few things.
Okay.
I'll see you soon. A few things, you reckon? We'll see.
The cousins have arrived back at the Bondi Clinic with their own special care package for their sick puppy, Marie.
All right, let's go and find a place for it all.
Okay, correct.
Am I meant to be reading that to her tonight, or?
If you could, we're just a picture. I've marked the page where we're up to.
Come on,
she'll sleep.
let's go.
Where she goes?
Hillary and Genevieve believe the 6-month-old puppy has eaten some bikini string. It appears to have caused a serious blockage.
Is she going to say Hail Mary?
No, we'll leave the religion for a camera.
Good night, Squish.
So if anything happens during the night, if there's any change, I'll let you know. But if she remains stable, we'll talk in the morning and then decide whether she goes to surgery. If nothing's changed, she probably will go to surgery first thing.
At Sash, Bruno, who was run over by his owner, has managed to survive a life-threatening torn lung. X-rays have confirmed it's completely healed. Now the emergency team can start operating on his badly fractured back leg.
Bruno's battle's not over yet. Going into surgery is going to be the biggest test on his lungs. When he's under anaesthetic, that could re-rupture the torn lung and then we could go straight back to square one.
A specially contoured plate is moulded to the bone and attached with a series of screws to stabilise the leg.
God almighty!
It's a difficult operation to get the leg aligned perfectly, but after several attempts, Andrew is finally happy.
That's come together really nicely. It's worth the struggle. His future's looking pretty good, yeah. I think Jackie will be very happy with him in a couple of weeks' time and he'll be running around the place again. He says, I'm exhausted, Mum, I need to sleep.
So she was a graduate of puppy school?
Yeah, she did really well.
Really?
Yeah.
You'll understand why I'm questioning that.
Oh, she's not happy. She must be sore or something.
Yeah, no, I think she is.
The next morning, Chris and head vet nurse Neil are confronted with a very cranky, sore Marie. The Pomeranian's condition has deteriorated overnight. More X-rays are taken, but they're still inconclusive.
This is the big issue. We cannot be sure that that cord is actually inside Marie. Yet Marie looks worse, so what do you do? I know the concept of a surgery probably doesn't appeal to you too much.
It's a bit daunting.
Yeah. But the concept of...
I'd rather her like go in and be overdone within an hour than be in pain for 3 days.
Yes, exactly. That's my thinking.
Marie, did we bring you some flowers? Look! As you would if anyone was sick, you come bearing gifts. So we bought red flowers, the tulips, which are Marie's favourite, and the get well balloon, which hopefully she won't chew and ingest.
My only worry is the girls don't truly realise just how serious this surgery is. The big unknown is what we see when we get in there. Is there a cord? Is there not? And if there is a cord, what sort of damage has it done? Is it causing basically the intestine to die off? If that's the case, we've got a big surgery.
Yeah, nothing yet.
Chris has been forced to open up Marie to find out whether a piece of swimwear cord is causing a dangerous blockage.
Huh. All right. So there's a little bit of swimsuit actually inside her cecum. Now, if it's been sitting there and essentially fermenting and causing irritation, then that may explain why she's been sick. It's almost like appendicitis for a dog.
It's proof at last that Marie did make a meal of that bikini. But there is some good news.
The thing is, where it caused the problem is actually pretty close to home. It's only got to go down the rest of the colon and then it's out. So rather than making a cut and actually potentially causing an infection, I'm actually going to milk it through the colon so it only has maybe a few centimetres to travel and actually then leave the body. No running, please.
With the bikini string almost out, it's now up to Marie to finish the job herself. The wait begins.
You're a good boy, Bruno. You're a good boy. Hey, that's for the kiss. Thank you. Yes, that's a good boy.
Lucky survivor Bruno is ready to go home. It's all clear for his lungs and his legs should be fully healed in 8 weeks.
Hopefully he'll have learnt his lesson. He'll steer clear of cars from now on, but they do tend to forget.
Yes, she is. Oh, it's exciting, isn't it?
Beautiful. He's shaking like a leaf.
He
Hello,
is.
mate.
He knows you were behind the wheel of the car that got him.
Did you say that? Hello, gorgeous boy.
He's got to learn to run a bit faster. You've got to learn to drive a bit slower.
He's such a cute boy.
Oh, it's really good. So pleased to have him coming back home. Yeah, it's a relief. I can stop worrying about him now. Little tough nut.
Now, this is a small goat compared to normal.
At the Australian Reptile Park, Tim is about to find out if Chris's vitamin shot has worked and kick-started Atomic Betty's appetite.
Well, it's been a week since she's had her injection, so hopefully that's pepped her up. We're going to offer her a food item today and see if she takes it. She's interested, look at that. There we go, you beauty. Good. We've got to feed the snakes something, whether it's rabbits, rats or goats. I mean, for us it's relatively similar, but I mean the goat's for human consumption, so it's not someone's little pet.
An hour later, and Atomic Betty has a very full belly.
We're just so happy that it's worked. You know, this is what we wanted.
Bit of privacy, please.
2 days later, the bikini-munching Marie finally answers the call of nature.
Nice little present. Yeah, now I've got to go through and look for it. The answer could be in a bag.
Chris has only found a small portion of the swimwear cord that went missing.
Just the thickness and the fact it's got that elastic there, it's swimming costume, without a doubt.
Where the rest is remains a mystery. Later, Chris carries out a special house call.
Oh, look how excited she is.
Yeah, just gently.
Hilary and Genevieve have bought Marie a new bed for the big occasion.
Just seriously though, you do have to keep it quiet because she will pop those stitches out if she keeps on running around.
She does that a lot.
All right, I'll see you later.
Thank you so much, Chris. We really appreciate it, and Marie does as well. We'll We'll definitely be sending updates.
Yeah, I know. I'll miss you all.
Thank you, Chris.
And
we'll see you soon.
You, Marie. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Who's this?
This is Tosca.
Tosca. Okay. Can you just explain what's happened?
Mate, I was upstairs at the house and I heard the dogs barking, and when I got out there, he was in the corner and my dogs attacked him.
12-year-old Tosca is in trouble after a backyard brawl with one of his canine housemates.
You didn't see him being shaken or...?
No, I didn't see anything. By the time I got off there, my dog was off him.
They ever fought before?
No, he's always growling at him and having goes at him, but he's always backing off. He's never done it before, no.
Okay. Yeah, can we get some oxygen?
Yep.
Just getting away today, did you, Tosca? Come on,
It's all right, mate.
this kid calm there, mate.
It's a nightmare family feud. The injured Tosca belongs to Erin's girlfriend.
She's going to kill me.
What, the missus? Hint of a bit of hemorrhage in the corner of that eye too. So it may have been where he was shaken. The biggest worry with these dogfight injuries is essentially that it's not just the actual impact of the bite, it's more the shaking and the twisting that occurs after that. It's sort of like a whiplash situation where one part of the body goes in one direction, the other part goes the other. And what's left in the middle is stretched, is broken, is torn. And if that's the spinal cord, then we have big problems.
I just hope he's all right.
You just can see that she hops more than separates and runs, you know. And you can just sort of see that she's in a bit of pain.
Just come on, come here.
Brooklyn is just a year old, but she's already battling debilitating arthritis in her hips and back legs.
She struggles with stairs, even just in and out of the car. There's a bit of a struggle.
She can't get into the car.
Yeah.
And then when she gets out, she kind of waits, like, for you to kind of give her a little bit of support.
Go on, get in there.
The only reason she can move around now is daily painkillers.
She looks like she's a 90-year-old woman. Look at that. She's got no strength there.
Ollie and Sasha have arranged to meet up with their friend, emergency vet Lisa Chimes, for advice.
My concern is that Brooklyn's got something called hip dysplasia, so it's a genetic problem. They're born with it. It is so much worse than you described. Honestly, I'm shocked. A hip should be a ball and socket, and in Brooklyn's case, I fear that her socket is underdeveloped, so the ball doesn't sit in the socket, it slips out every time she walks. It's not a curable disease, so we have to do pretty drastic surgeries to fix it.
Okay, come on. Here you go.
So what we need to do now is get Brooklyn over to Sash, get the surgeons to have a look at her and take some x-rays to see exactly what's going on. My worry is that there's going to come a time, which is going to be pretty soon, where she's going to be so crippled that she won't even be able to get up.
If we just feel around here. Yeah, okay. Sorry, buddy. It's all right. Okay, so he certainly does have some neck pain there. Whether it's just soft tissue damage, just bruising to the muscles around there, or whether it's more serious, we'll find out in a second with these x-rays.
Erin is stressed. His girlfriend's dog Tosca is now being checked for spinal injuries after a fight with his bull terrier.
The quietest I've ever seen him.
The concern I've got is this area here, from C1 to C2. So there's just a bit of a step there. It's certainly not severed, but it's an area of concern I'll just flag now, because if there are any issues later on, then that's probably where it's going to be coming from. Okay? Okay, so we're moving through. Erin's living out a nightmare right now. This is a fight within his own family of dogs. Inside, he must just be going through the worst of emotional turmoil. Did you want to call?
Yeah, I'm going to have to.
How'd you go?
She's pretty cranky.
Probably not the news she wanted to hear.
No. She's another Tosca. She's only a little girl, but she goes for the throat and growls and bites, and she's a pretty scary woman herself.
Little Tosca's still in a lot of shock, but his anxiety levels are nothing compared to Erin's. I've never seen a man so scared.
I think if anything had happened to him, she would have left me.
You reckon this might be mild compared to what you're going to cop?
I reckon you should see the lacerations I'm going to end up with. Getting us both in trouble, mate, you know?
The question now is, what will happen when Tosca returns home?
Tosca's got the first bite in. Now that changes things. What we have here is a big struggle for dominance, and a struggle that could be fatal unless we can sort it out.
Tosca now needs to rest and recover from his shock, while Erin goes home to face the music.
I've heard so much about this woman. I've got to say, I can't wait to meet her.
Yeah, she's certainly very under-muscled.
Ollie and Sasha have brought Brooklyn in to see specialist surgeon Andrew Marchevsky.
Okay, you're all right. Good girl.
The French Mastiff is only a year old, but already crippled with painful arthritis in her hips and back legs.
So this is her hip joint, right? So it's a ball and socket joint, and what her hip at the moment is, it's sitting out there, and every time she walks, it's just crunching against the edge, and she's getting lots of arthritis from that. So from what you're telling me and looking at her x-rays, I think a hip replacement will make a huge difference to her.
For such a young dog, a total hip replacement is a major operation.
If we do nothing, she might be able to live for a few years, but it might be only 4 or 5 rather than 8 or 9 or 10. So I think it's also quality of life and quantity of life.
It's better to know now. I think we've tried to kid ourselves for a while, just going, oh, it's not that bad.
It's not good that she's just constantly rubbing bone on bone when she walks. She hides it well.
It's expensive, it's invasive, and there is the potential for things to go wrong. All right, come on, you with me.
Brooklyn will be the first hip replacement ever performed at SASH. Everybody has a lot at stake.
I do feel almost a sense of fear and you know, a sense of responsibility that if something does go wrong, and I've kind of pushed them to be proactive about it, you know, it's not risk-free, and we just have to keep our fingers crossed that she's in the successful group.
You don't tickle her head in the right spot, she lets you know.
Back at the Bondi Clinic, a new patient has arrived for Chris, a pet cockatiel called Cheeky.
We go almost everywhere together. Shower, shops, bike riding, car, bank. Yep.
Do you both want to come through? Who do I ask, Cheeky or you, Brennan?
I both.
Both, okay.
I've noticed some drops of blood today on the bathroom floor, so she is bleeding, not from her feet, I think from her genitals, so I was really quite worried about that.
Oh.
You sort of just have to tell her, not ask her. That's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Gotta be firm.
Yeah.
She's a strong woman.
She is. So if you just tell her what you want to do, she'll do it.
She likes assertive men.
She does.
It's always been a problem. Come on. Now, Cheeky, no. Yeah, you're gonna get up there. Thank you. It's the way you go. It's how you treat a woman. So I guess a few drops of blood doesn't sound like much, but in a bird, that's...
Quite a bit.
Yeah, quite a bit. Okay. So I just want to have a good look at her. There is a little bit of blood around here. What's this going on?
Oh my God, what is that?
At the base of that gap is a hole.
Yes.
And that's where that blood's coming from.
Yes.
So I think she's actually lost a feather.
Sweet lamb.
What we'll do is just clean it up with some antiseptic and just try and clean around the base of where that feather's come out. So I guess we need to work out how she's done this, because the worry is that if she does this when you're not around or when you're asleep and she actually has a decent bleed, she can actually get into quite serious trouble. So has she been doing anything abnormal behaviour-wise?
She
What Prem's struggling to say is that the naughty Cheeky spends too much time self-pleasuring.
How often?
She does it every day.
Yeah. For how long?
Sometimes a lot every day, sometimes for 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
Cheeky is so incredibly sexually frustrated, so wound up, that not only is she pleasuring herself, she's gone to the next step. She's pulling her own feathers out. What does she do it against?
There's a part of the twig that she always kind of backs up against. She stands on one leg to get like right in the right position. It's really funny. She'll like lower herself right down on one leg.
I think that comes under the title of a little bit too much information. Cheeky, get on the hand.
That's it.
So what is the solution to stop Cheeky's harmful habit?
She's doing that right now because the weather's just warmed up.
Yeah.
And because of that, she has all this energy, but also all these messages in her body saying, you must mate, you must breed. But there's nothing around her that she can mate with.
Yeah.
So what she needs to do to lower that sexual frustration is to convince Cheeky that it's actually not springtime. And the way you do that is actually lessen the daylight hours. Put Cheeky to bed in a darkened room at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So Cheeky, sounds like you're gonna get the treatment you deserve. Early to bed like all bad girls. There you go. See you, Cheeky.
I'm getting nervous now.
The surgical team is preparing for Brooklyn's hip replacement.
So mine's sitting here.
Yeah, it's a little tense. Absolutely. There's a lot to gain and there's a bit to lose. And I think because this is Sash's first one, it's exciting. First incision.
This is major surgery for a 1-year-old dog.
It's a ball and socket joint we're replacing, and the cup is the socket part of that joint.
Okay, and you'll be able to tell me if I'm getting in. Ready?
In human terms, it would be the same as a complete hip replacement for a 14-year-old.
We're putting a metal rod down the middle of the thigh bone that's then going to attach to part of the ball and socket joint to make up the hip. So we'll push it down and just hammer it in and it'll stay there. The biggest problem with this part of the procedure is us actually splitting the bone. And if we do that, that's a major problem. Try that.
Yes. Position looks good.
Overall, I think it went well.
Nice. It's perfect canal fill.
We had a few hiccups. This is our first one, and I sort of half expected it wasn't going to go perfectly. It was a little frustrating.
The biggest threat now is an infection setting in around the implants. It will be 2 months before Andrew can tell if Brooklyn will make a complete recovery.
It is high stress because the implants themselves is $2,500 worth of just the implants. It's high stakes.
Erin's much talked about girlfriend Christine has finally arrived at the clinic, and so far he's still in one piece.
Hey. Oh, you're all right, baby. Oh, I'm so sorry. Baby, love you so much.
Well, he looks a lot happier than he did this morning.
He doesn't look happy at all. Look at him. He's like going, oh my God, I just want to fall asleep standing here. He's not happy at all. He's just kind of... I think
he's happier than he did when it happened. He didn't look too happy then.
I'm going through like feeling really upset to feeling grateful to feeling kind of like, oh, you little bugger, what have you done? Sorry, excuse my French. But like, I'm just going through a whole bunch of different emotions because I'm so happy that he's alive.
It'll be a good night for you then, Erin. It'll be a really good night for you. I thought one fight was enough for today. To have two presented to me, don't think I could have handled that. So to see Erin and Christine getting along for now was nice. See, I thought that was going to be the most challenging case of the day. You guys rather than this one.
I've learned out when her left hook's coming. Yeah, so.
She signals it, does she?
Yeah, she's got this little twitch in her eye.
It's pretty clear that Tosca means everything to Christine. Aaron has dodged a bullet today. If this was more serious, he would have been facing a lot more serious punishment, I'm sure.
The family must wait for Tosca to fully recover before he can head home.
I'll be thinking about you tonight, all right?
A bit apprehensive, huh? Not too sure about this, are you?
Hey, Tosca.
Hey, buddy.
Look who's home.
Welcome home.
Chris has brought Tosca back to the scene of the crime.
You all right?
Hey, little man.
But can he and housemate Frankie sort out their differences?
Come here.
Frank, you got visitors.
Come here. Who's this?
Oh, he gives him a sniff.
Come over here, Frank.
Frankie.
Come here. Frank. Come
Frank.
here. Oi. Right. Get out there. Get out there.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous to see her. I'm just worried that she's in pain or that she's not really sure what's going on.
There you go, darling. It's all right.
The next day, Ollie and Sasha visit the hospital's very first hip replacement patient.
Brooklyn is doing really well. 24 hours post-op, she's using the leg. She's tentative on it, but she doesn't have any major problems. Who's that? Hello, darling. You're a good girl. Sasha looked a little gobsmacked. I don't think she realised exactly what was going to happen. I think she saw the size of the incision and was a bit, oh. All right, sweet, come on then. We'll get you back.
One more week and Brooklyn will be ready to go home.
If she were a human, she'd still be in bed, or if she wasn't in bed, she'd be on crutches and really hobbling in a hell of a lot of pain. I've seen my father-in-law go through it and she's doing much better. Good girl.
You've got to battle for supremacy when there can be only one captain of this team. It has to be Frankie.
Frankie has been let out and given a second chance.
All right. Woo.
Chris believes he has the solution to this sibling stoush.
He still is entire, still hasn't had his balls removed.
Yeah.
Now,
Would that be a good thing to do?
that would certainly help.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Okay.
But what I can give him in the meantime is an injection to block the effects of testosterone in his brain. So stop him from being the big guy in the small body. All right. So it's not going to seem like much, but 1 ml of this drug here should change his whole attitude.
Okay.
So in a way, what we're doing is chemically castrating him.
Okay.
Just lucky this didn't happen to you yesterday, Aaron.
Yes.
Could have been you getting the injection.
Well, you've got more than a mil in there, don't you? No? No? Oh.
Steady, tiger.
Fix you while you're here. The fact is, once we remove that testosterone that's really revving Tosca up, then he's going to pull back. He's going to be more relaxed. He's going to acknowledge that Frankie is the boss. Once there's stability there, Christine and Aaron have their happy family back together. There's a lot of love there. We've just got to make it work. And this will make it work.
You better. Oh, yes. I love you too. I do. I love you too. You happy to be home?
Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, Aaron.
Thank you so much for everything.
Pleasure. No more growling. Talking to you, Kristen.
No.
Come on the stick. 2 months later, and it's a great result for Brooklyn as she runs and plays pain-free.
She's just never tired and never sore. It's really, really amazing.
Oh, she feels so much more developed in her muscles and she just looks great.
You see her now and then you realise how bad it actually was for her, yeah. Definitely stoked we did that, you know.
She is our first hip replacement and it's successful and everybody's happy, so it's something that the surgeons can be really proud of.